Hi there. In today's video, I'm giving you my key insights of the ZAMREAL conference, which is the premier conference for Zambia's real estate industry. It brings together industry leaders and investors. And this video is vlog style, so don't go anywhere if you want to know what is the latest development in real estate in Zambia. If we haven't met, my name is Natasha Chumia. I'm the founder and CEO of Diaspora Connect. And on this channel, I like to give you information and inspiration on the Zambian real estate market. So if you like the sound of that, then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. In this vlog, I want to take you through this year's ZAMREAL. This is Zambia's premier real estate conference, bringing together industry leaders, players, and investors. I've been attending every year since the event was launched a few years ago, and I always come to get the latest data, insights, and information on the real estate sector. This year's event was held at Intercontinental. What do you guys think of the refurbished look? Personally, it's a bit too much white marble for me. This year's event was co-hosted by the Zambia Property Owners Association, ZAPOA, and I'm one of the directors of ZAPOA, and I'm really proud that we were able to co-host the event. There were also many other sponsors of the event that were in attendance. ZAMREAL also attracts regional visitors that are interested in learning more about our market. This year's theme was Forging Ahead, and there was a packed agenda focused on looking forward at opportunities in the real estate sector. There were presentations and discussions from industry leaders, developers, investors, financiers, agents, and consultants. People always ask me where they can find investors. I tell them to come to ZAMREAL because they're here at this conference. The first panel discussion looked at opportunities for growth. Zambia has really big targets for copper production, grain, beef exports. But what does it all mean for real estate? We're projected to double our population and have 50 million people by 2050. That feels like a really crazy number. Where are we all going to live? Where will the schools and hospitals be? Where will industries be located and recreational centers? Good planning is going to be critical to managing land resources as our population grows. The next session was one that I was really looking forward to, the opportunities on the copper belt. My experience in real estate has all been Lusaka based, so I'm always eager to learn what's going on in the sector in other parts of the country. I learned that while Lusaka is maxed out on malls, there's still opportunities for neighborhood retail centers in the copper belt. Operators such as Hungry Lion have aggressive expansion plans and aren't even waiting for retail centers to be built. They're working directly with landlords to build their own sites. There are also opportunities to attract local and international visitors to stay longer by offering local and cultural experiences that are specific to the area. I love anything that can promote the Zambian experience. The next panel is where the money's at, the Institutional Investors Panel. So institutional investors are large investors like pension funds. These large investors need to secure decent returns for their pensioners, and they've been facing real challenges in the real estate sector. COVID and the power crises have been squeezing their returns, not to mention the resulting inflation and kwacha depreciation. So they've had to be really creative on how to mitigate against these factors, which hasn't been easy. Looking ahead, they're still looking to invest in real estate, but mostly in provincial centers, warehousing and logistics, and student accommodation, a personal favorite of mine. At this point, we're all really ready for the coffee break. The panel discussions offered a lot of insights, but we also came to network and catch up with our colleagues in the industry. After the break, Kambeu Banda took us through the RISE REIT. REITs are real estate investment trusts. They're a brand new property asset to our market, and RISE is the first company to register one. This is an opportunity to own property through the stock market. Imagine being a landlord without the hassle of building and managing the property. It's a great innovation that we all should be looking at. They have aggressive growth plans, so this is an asset class to look out for. If you want to learn more about the pros and cons of REITs, click the link below and join the Property Investors Club to watch the REITs Masterclass. Now, what about our mining cities? What's going on there? Kalumbila remains the pioneer in building new cities. This is different from the Copperbelt, which already had existing infrastructure. Kalumbila was totally greenfield, a city built from the scratch, as us Zambians like to say. But what impressed me, though, is that they want to build a sustainable city that will survive and thrive after the life of the mine, the way that Ndola has today. At this point, I was really happy for the lunch break. There was a lot of information in the morning sessions. Do you have any key insights so far from what I've shared? After lunch, we kicked off with a presentation by our ZAPOA chairman, Tim Ware, on commercial real estate. Tim is always a fountain of knowledge in this sector and talked about how the Lusaka Ndola dual carriageway will create opportunities for logistics and warehousing. Other investments in the agricultural sector, such as the new seed processing plant, will also increase demand for commercial real estate. And a new term I hadn't heard of, recreational real estate, is on the rise. That's real estate that's focused around activities such as a gym, futsal pitch, basketball court, etc., etc. Basically, a place where people can meet and have fun. This presentation, of course, generated a lot of interest from the institutional investors that really want to know where to focus their real estate portfolios. Next up was Africa Works. Ade Carnell gave an excellent presentation on the growing trend of mixed-use real estate, where people can work, play, and live in the same space. Of course, this was prompted by the successful launch of Africa Works' second space in Lusaka at Agora Village, and this is where our office is located, by the way. What I found really interesting is their plans to also include business services in future, such as bookkeeping, HR, and legal support. This will create a real hub for small businesses. Moving on to the hospitality industry update. This was my favorite session because the tourism industry has been doing so well. There's a huge increase in international visitors due to a concerted campaign to market Zambia as a leisure destination and a conference destination. This has resulted in new tourist packages, so think self-drive, ecotourism, and nature-based tourism. I love this for our country. Sustainable energy has been the word on everybody's lips. So whether you're building a 2-bedroom flat for rent or considering the next hotel, you have to be thinking about sustainable energy now when it comes to real estate. So this panel talked about the need to look at green developments in the sector. But more importantly, how do you incentivize these activities? I think we can all agree that our policymakers can do a lot more than just removing taxes on solar equipment. My sector was the last panel discussion of the day, the residential sector, which of course that's what we specialize in as Diaspora Connect. But by this point, we'd all had information overload. The conversation centered around 3 important topics. One was the housing shortage, of course, and who's really most affected. The second point was the need of having a property index with real-time data on how properties are being sold and for what price. We've been singing this song for years. And of course, the last point was the not-so-elephant in the room, the departure of USAID and its impact on the residential sector. Finally, it was a wrap. It was time to head out and leave the conference venue and make our way to Africa Works for the networking cocktail. Everything was set up so beautifully. We work here, and honestly, guys, I can say I love this space. I love coming to work here. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you want to get more information on future ZAMREALs, then we are going to leave the website on the screen, and we're also going to leave it in the information below this video so you can be kept up to date about future conferences. Now, don't forget to also give us your key takeaways from the latest developments that you heard about in this video. Put it in the comment section below because we love to get your thoughts and hear what it is that you think about these videos. Please also give this video a thumbs up, share it with one other Zambian in your community who you know is interested in real estate back home. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because it makes all the difference to the growth of our channel. Connect with us on social media. We love to chat with you guys there. And as always, it's bye for now. We'll see you